Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. Today is the return of The Witcher. It's been 2 years since I've heard The Witcher. I'm sorry. There's a lot of requests here. People always underestimate how many requests I have. But anyways, we have two songs. We have Silver for Monsters and Steel for Humans. This one says Bulgaria. And Lazari, both from the channel Percival Schuttenbach. If I had to guess, that would have to be the composer. But I honestly don't know. I don't know anything about The Witcher. These are requested by Happy Bell, and hopefully I'm saying your name right. Is it MacIej or is it MacIej? And a big thank you to Baraal. Okay, well, actually, fun fact right before I get started, I was just watching a Witcher 3 stream like a couple days ago. Not because I'm watching The Witcher, it's because I'm watching a streamer and she happened to be playing Witcher 3. Shout out to Lynn or Lizzie. And it was so weird because in like that 10 minutes of me watching, I saw the main character get, I think like a razor shave. And then we had to change his outfit and he was like in a towel. And then we fought like a wolf right afterwards. I was like, what the hell is this game? I still have no idea what The Witcher even is. But it's a popular series. And I do not remember what the music sounds like at all. It's been so long. So let's get into it. Silver for Monsters. Holy moly, 5.6 million views on this guy. And that is the composer. Also Marcin, I don't know how to say this. Marcin P. and Percival S. are the composers. Let's go. Silver for Monsters. See if I can remember what the vibe was like here. I do recall seeing from that footage that it looked kind of like older, I don't know if Middle Ages is the right word, but is it Victorian? I don't know my time. It sounds like it's brewing something heavy. There's a word I'm thinking of. Let me see. Is that a hurdy-gurdy? Ooh. Oh, it sounds like... It sounds evil. I don't even know how to describe the evil, but it sounds evil. What is that? It's a stringed instrument. Kind of sounds like a resonator, too. Let me know if this game takes place in a certain part of the world or if it's a fictional area. Ooh. It has a little bit of that Turkish Hades sound too now. That's a battlefield? This is cool. Dun 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 dun. Oh, it's almost over. Oh, the ending right here. This right here sounds like a Tool song. That sounded very Tool at the end. What the hell was that? Okay. I do not remember at all what The Witcher sounded like, so that almost felt like brand new again. But I'm using that like tiny memory that I just mentioned of me watching that stream, and I don't even know what was going on. You know, it was like I saw like the main character fighting a werewolf and a bunch of other little wolves around. I don't even know if it was the third game. I just know it was The Witcher. But you know what's interesting about that? I should mention that every time I've heard about The Witcher, it's always 3. I never hear anything about the other games. So let me know if that was just kind of one of those things where like no one cared about the first two, or Well, I mean, obviously, you know what I mean. People cared about it, but is it where 3 was like the most commercially pushed? You know, why is 3 the one that everyone talks about, or is it just the latest one? Who knows? You know, I know nothing of The Witcher, but from what I've seen and gathered, there's a certain time period. You know, there's certain outfits. People have accents, and there's armors and chainmail, that kind of thing. I've also heard it described as kind of like vampiric as well. So I don't really know. You know, it's like it's a lot of different information. All I have to go by is that werewolf fight and the shave. They were shaving the main character's beard. That was cool. That reminded me a little bit of a game I heard recently. They're probably not even similar, but just like the feel. Signed it like one of the Horizon games I did. I've only done Horizon once, and that was like a month ago. I don't know if it was Zero Dawn, whichever one I did a month ago. That it kind of reminded me of that world. It's kind of like sort of nature fighting beast kind of music. Kind of God of War-ish a little bit too. At least in Ragnarok, a lot of the music sounded like this in Ragnarok, because one of the characters has the actually it's kind of more of like an Easter egg. It's I don't know if you guys knew this. I'm surprised I even knew this. Well, the character I forgot their name, but the character with the hurdy-gurdy, he's like a little, I don't even know what you call him. Is he an elf or just? He's a smaller person. I'm pretty sure. I'm like almost positive. You guys can correct me. I'm pretty sure that character is named like Rob, like Raeb, and it's a play on Bear, which is the composer of the game, Bear McCreary, and also that character looks just like him. I'm pretty sure that's the case. It's something like that. So, but that's what I kept hearing, you know. And I'm not too familiar with this kind of instrumentation. I just know it's something I really like, but not something I know too much about. So yeah, just feel free to answer all these things, because The Witcher is always something that's going to be kind of this, ooh, I'm so interested in it. Not really like in playing it or anything. It's just, you know, when there's so much people talking about it all the time, get curious, you know. But to me, all I'll say is that this sounded like kind of an encounter, I guess. It didn't sound like a running around a town or anything. It sounded like some fight, some slashing going on. But the name kind of throws me off, Silver for Monsters. This one is, not sure if this song is even connected whatsoever. They're just from the same game. This is, well, it has a couple names apparently. We have, what do we have? We have Lazari, Steel for Humans, Bulgaria, but also, no, I think that was it, Percival Lazari. So is there a character named Percival as well in this game? I don't know. Either way, Steel for Humans. So we got Silver for Monsters, Steel for Humans. And then Bulgaria. Did I answer my own question about where this takes place? This is Steel for Humans. The soundtrack is cool. It doesn't really sound like too many other games. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling this is one of those soundtracks that just sound like its own thing. Like this, like people that have been hearing this forever, they're like, oh, that's The Witcher, you know? No confusion there. I can't think of anything else at the moment that sounds like this. Maybe some Civilization. Maybe. I feel like I should have a beer. If I heard this in my 20s, I would have been having a grand old time. Yeah, I just imagine a bunch of people chanting and drunk, you know. That's cool. I'm always going to be a fan of stabs in music. They're memorable. Oh, there was like a knock in the percussion. Let's see if we can hear it again. It comes in on the off key. That's interesting. We have viola over here, and then we have the other thing over here. And at least 3 different vocals, maybe? Okay. Now, what I said earlier about like it not sounding like many things. Now, I wouldn't, and I'll never will, consider myself like a video game music expert or something. I've just heard a lot of video game songs. That's all it is, right? To me, when I think of like an expert, I feel like someone that can kind of, without even thinking about it, they can list off facts. I know just a lot of little things about multiple things. You know what I mean? So like, I've now been playing Final Fantasy since like 2022. I haven't heard every song. I haven't played every game. I'm not an expert, but I know like things. And I can say that about a lot of different games. I've heard a lot of games music throughout these past couple years. But that information is like one ear and out the other. It's like, oh, that composer sounds familiar, or oh, okay, yeah, that sounds like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much that I got to a point after like maybe the first 3 months of doing this, I stopped trying to remember. I stopped trying to grasp information. I realized right away that this is snowballing out of control, and there's just no way I can keep up with it. It's so much a part of my life now that it's kind of giving me like a short-term memory. And I was just talking about this the other day in a stream where I was, I have a Spotify playlist that used to be updated. It isn't anymore. It used to be every song that I've heard on the channel had its own, it was in its own playlist. So I would just have it on shuffle, just, you know, when I'm doing random stuff. And I catch myself like, ooh, what is that? That's cool. And then I catch myself thinking, wait, I've heard this before because it's on the playlist. I can promise you right now, and this might sound kind of weird, but let's just say this is your first video and you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? This is video number, like, let's just round up, like 1,520, something like that. And sometimes in those 1,520 videos, there's been 2 songs per episode, 3 songs, you know what I mean? So you can see how it can quickly move up. And I can promise you right now that there's songs that I have heard in either 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024 that I don't remember at all. And it'll sound brand new to me. I can re-react to almost everything, which is weird. So much so, I can probably re-react. I'm just saying hypothetically, I'm not going to do this. I can probably re-react to something at least 2 months ago. You know, it's just so much musical things. Anyways, none of this matters. But what I'm getting at is that The Witcher, it didn't really like jog my memory. Kind of, I guess, because I've only heard like 2 songs prior to this. Imagine this, I've only heard 4 or so Witcher songs across 4 years. Think of it that way. And I just heard 2 of them right now. But the sound of it immediately gave me a, oh, that's recognizable. That's a very distinct tonality. The chants, the instruments used. I'm sure it's not the only one. But as I was hearing it, I felt like all of your memories were being jogged. And you're like, yeah, that's that Witcher sound I know. Yeah, you know. So that's all I was getting from it. Both of them sounded like battle themes to me, but who knows? I have no idea what's happening in this game if I haven't said that enough. But that's what was happening through my head. I was like, wow, I can remember this. I can't guarantee it. Maybe again, ask me again in like half a year. But I think I can remember Witcher music now. At least what it sounds like. Kind of. That's my TED talk. That's my Jesse talk. Who's Ted? Who is Ted? What does he get? Yeah. So that's it. Really cool. Very unique. You know, it has that old sound, but modernized. Very cool. Sounds very powerful. Kind of scary. You know, like both of them gave me this energy of like, you know, it's coming at you, whatever it is. Oh, and the last thing I was going to say, Bulgaria. Is that the game or is that this section? And if there's anyone here from Bulgaria, is this music faithful to that area? I don't know. Because if it is, then that would make a whole lot of sense as far as, it's the Bulgarian sound. I have no clue. Unfortunately, my geography is shot. I haven't been in school in a long time. So, thank you to the requesters, and thank you again to Baraal for making this happen. I will see you in the next time I check out The Witcher, whenever that'll be. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. I'll see you later. Have a good one.